Hi, guys. Welcome to the Soul on Fire show. I am so excited for today because we're going to talk about my favorite topic in the entire world. We're going to talk about love and the vibration of love and how to actually get to the vibration of love. We are going to go deep into your energetic fields and tell you what each emotional component is in every energetic fields and in your chakra system and your aura. And hi, guys. My name is Noelle Agape, and I am a leading expert in health, wellness, and consciousness. And today we are going to talk deep into the subject of love. Today is Wednesday, and so today we teach, right? And so thank you for being here on the live. Thank you for being on the replay. I'm super, super excited to go into today's topic. It's going a little bit deep because this is, we're going to talk about the energetics of love. We're not just going to talk about like feeling love and intimate love and relationship love, but what it's actually like to actually transmute your energies into a higher vibration and move them to the power of love. So thank you guys for being here. Today's show is really special for me because I've been going on this journey. Those that have followed me for quite some time, you know that my entire purpose here on this planet is to raise the vibration to love, right? And so when I have committed to that at such a soul level, it is you're going to go into deep emotional trenches to get there, right? And so today we're going to talk about actually transmuting the lower vibrational energies into a frequency of love and above, and how to get above the 500 hertz key point, which is the love frequency, how to tap into that. If you stay to the end, we are going to do a opening up of your heart chakra, and I'm going to allow you to experience the vibration of love. So if you are watching this when we do that, please don't do it while you're driving. So again, welcome. Today, let's just talk about what love actually is. And let's start off with how the feeling of love is really truly like it's all the dopamine in your body and the serotonin and the oxytocin in the physical realm. When you feel love, when it's that first spark of desire, right? It's this desire of longing. And it actually starts not as an adult, and it starts when you're first as a child, and understanding that your first form of love really is your parents. And so when you understand your relationship with your father, and when you understand your relationship with your mother or your grandparents or your caretakers or the lack thereof, right? That's where your relationship with love is going to start. I have had the greatest gift of my life has been opening up to the energies of love, and I have this incredible ability. I don't know, it's not my gift, it comes through me, but I have this ability to find love in everything. And people say all the time, Noelle, how can you be so forgiving? How can you be so loving in a world that's filled with hate and chaos? How could you shine so bright? And it's just my natural gift that I truly do get to love very, very quickly. But I do have to say, honestly, guys, that when you go to the depths of love comes the darkness as well, right? And so your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your parents, your relationship with anything is your truest relationship of love. And so the vibration of love starts, it is actually a core thing that we need as human body in the human body, right? And so we need to, not only do we need nutrition and do we need water, but we also truly, our body needs love. And so the levels of intimacy that you're allowed to break through, when I say allowed to break through, it means that your subconscious allows you in a certain way. You may be stuck in an energetic pattern, or you may be actually stuck in an energetic age. And we're going to talk about that in the next segment, about your emotional age and how your level of intimacy really truly depends on where you are stuck in that, right? And so again, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to get to the vibrational component of it. I'm going to do a heart activation, and opening of the energies, but I want to talk about what love feels like in the physical and what's going on in the scientific realm of your body. And then I'm going to talk about energetically what's going on with love. And then I'm going to talk about how forgiveness and understanding, awareness is really one of the biggest, greatest gifts that I've ever had when it comes to love. So those that know me on a deep level know that I experience life, right? I feel and I hear and I see life, but I feel my way through life. And many people that are on this empathic journey, it's a very difficult journey to navigate the vibration of love, because our ego tells us so often that we're either not safe, or we're not worthy, we're not good enough, we're not lovable, because society has built all of these paradigms around everything. And so in society today, there is so much hate and there is so much anger. And so my entire show is about spreading love out into the world, raising your vibration to set your soul on fire, truly activating you in a powerful way. That's what my company is built around. It is activating you as a soul and as a human being and as an energetic form as well. So, what exactly does love look like? Love looks like so many things, right? And so, I drop the word probably more than most, right? I will just meet you, and within 3 minutes, I will tell you that I love you, and I drop the love bomb all the time, right? And so, when you love at the level that I love, and many empaths love, it's pretty scary to people that are in their ego that can't get there. And so the level of intimacy that you get to allow yourself to be in is the level of intimacy that you've learned. And this is love is really learned, but it is also a chemical reaction that happens within you, because as spiritual beings, we have this beautiful gift of understanding that we are love and we are divinity and we are light in every single aspect. And even in the darkest of dark, there is always the light, because we are made from light. We are created from light. And so your first experience of love is truly how it's going to emanate. Now, I have never been shy about the fact that I have, my pocket where I am a genius in is in the quantum, and my pocket where I'm a genius in is in love. But it's also been my biggest steps of who I am and my biggest spiritual growth in that aspect of relationship has shown me where I am in my ego, where I need to be more in love and more forgiveness. And truly, 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 as empaths, it's not an easy journey. So let's start from, the psychological aspect of it, and then I'll go into the biochemical aspect of it. And then from that space, I'm also going to go into what it looks like energetically, and what the true meaning of love is, and how to expand our consciousness into beautiful, beautiful gift of understanding that spiritual maturity is not ever from an egoic space. And society today is really truly in the wounded masculine, and we are breaking free of that, moving into the divine energies of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. But for so many years, we have been trapped in this really misconceived notion of what actually is. And so we seek love from an outside source. We seek money. We seek, the love of money, the love of fame, the love of another person, the love of validation. And so that truly starts at the age of, it could actually be even in inception. I've had some clients that said to me, I wasn't wanted. I was an unplanned pregnancy. And that actually is a vibration that was carried through them through their entire lives as into adulthood. And so the vibration of love is, excuse me, it's one of the greatest gifts that we have on this planet. And for me, it is one of the easiest, and that, it has not been an easy journey to navigate, but it is the easiest vibration for me to connect with, because from my soul, I know that everything is love. Everything is this pure, divine, powerful light within this world. So from that space, I just want to talk a little bit about 0 to 10 and what that looks like. So 0 to 10 is our ego is built, and our brain is really super malleable. And those that don't know me, I'm a quantum trainer and an NLP, neuro-linguistic trainer as well, means that we understand the kinesiology of the brain and the body, and we go deep into your quantum fields to understand what's going on in your life. With that, and a licensed counselor as well. So I'm deep into the emotional body of the fields of love. And so, what do the fields of love look like when you first come in and your beautiful soul comes into this body and your soul agrees to come in and learn certain lessons for expansion, right? And so, your soul contracts are contracts that your soul says, okay, I'm going to come and I'm going to learn self love, I'm going to learn self worth, I'm going to learn forgiveness, I'm going to learn a lot of different things because as humanity, we are expanding and we are all mirrors of each other. And our sacred contract is our highest destiny, our highest purpose, right? So I have been through a lot of things that have allowed me to see love in a different light. Meaning that, when I came from the childhood or that I came from, there was a lot of turmoil, a lot of abuse, a lot of sexual abuse, a lot of poverty, a lot of codependency. And so I had to overcome all of those things in a spiritual, mature way as an adult to be able to teach this. Right. So from 0 to 10, your subconscious mind is so malleable and it is so open to everything around you. And you come in, and if you notice, like babies, they are truly just so happy and they are gregarious and they ask for what they want, right? They cry when they're hungry, or they, when they're wet, or whenever they're not feeling loved. And so often what the old paradigm prior to my generation, but the older generations really truly believed that they should let the baby cry, and that it was okay for the baby to cry because that wouldn't give them the selfish needs. But what really happened in the state of that is we got this warped sense of what love is. And so when a baby is crying and you're not be attending to their needs, basically that is when the baby is understanding how loved they truly are. And so self-love and forgiveness are the two components that I'm going to talk about the most today, is how to get to self-love, which affects your self-worth, and it affects every area of your body if you're not in self-love. And so there's so many different levels of intimacy that you can allow in. And my journey was truly to navigate through the levels of intimacy, because I go through the depths of the darkest of the souls, right? And so how I got to where I am today was truly to do the inner work and understand that from a space of dysfunction in your childhood, your inner child truly believes that they are not lovable, or they are not worthy, or they are not good enough. And so how that plays out in, from as a baby, and how that plays out often is either avoidance, or it shows up as anxiety, one of the two. And so the people that are secure in love are the people that can actually open up their heart to intimacy. They're people that can commit. They're people that can move to different levels of intimacy. They are people that truly open up their space. Now, every single one of us have an area within us that could allow more love in, right? To say that in a gracious way. Every one of us have an area within our life and in our energetic fields to be more expansive in love. And why do I say that? Is because our entire purpose on this planet is to truly tap into the vibration of love. Our entire purpose on this planet is to transform all of the darkness into light, which is love, right? So you come here to experience and expand. I say that all the time. And so when you understand that the gift of, from 0 to 10, your brain is so malleable, and you learn love from your parents, from your grandparents, or you learn to not love. You learn to put walls up on your heart. You learn to not open up to being your true, authentic self. So in society today, all of the chaos that is going on, all the hatred, all of the separation, it is not real, right? And it's very real to us as humans because we are feeling it on such a deep level emotionally, and we're seeing it as our reality, and as a collective, that's what we're creating. But really what is going on is we are not seeing everyone's truth. And so I'm going to start at forgiveness, because this is one of the most important components of how to get to love within yourself, within others, within somebody that's super close in my life allowed me to see where I wasn't standing in self-love this week. And it allowed me to go even deeper into understanding that it was a form of forgiveness that I was still holding on to. And so when you're in a vibration of hate, or you're in a vibration of guilt and shame, or you're in a vibration of hurt or sadness or depression or anxiety, those are all the lower vibrations that are on the pattern. And all of the patterns are already created on the planet, meaning that you're just attaching yourself to a thought pattern. And so if you're attaching yourself to a thought pattern of sadness, and you're not allowing yourself to feel that sadness, and understand that you have to go back and reparent yourself, because your parents are truly, they are, I want you to look at your parents' relationship. Was it very loving? Was it very kind? Did you feel very supported and nurtured? Or were there moments in your life, and it doesn't even have, I should take caretakers, not parents, because were you in a place that you felt very secure and safe? My biggest thing, and those that know me very well, is to feel safe, right? It was to be in my feminine energies wasn't safe, right? So I had to go into my masculine energies, and I had to overcompensate. I had to prove, I had to all of the validation and all of the acknowledgement and all of that stuff came from a place of not feeling loved or supported when I was younger. And believe me, there were parts of my family that were super loving and super supportive, but there were also parts that were super dysfunctional. So I invite you to just, do a quick intake of your childhood. Now, I want you to look at your relationship with your father, because that's your divine masculine energies, right? And so when you're disconnected from the divine masculine energies, it comes out as either avoidant, it comes out as aggression, the opposite of that. It comes out as fear of intimacy. It comes out as abuse. It comes out as dysfunction, right? And so if you did not have a good relationship with your father, you're going to overcompensate in the masculine energies. And a lot of the time that comes to avoidant or anxious behaviors within intimacy and love. And again, this is not love as in just relationship. It could be, but it's relationship with everything. And it all does come back to your relationship with yourself and your highest self and God, source, the universe. And we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But your relationship with the masculine role in your life, how did that play out when you were younger, right? Was it an abusive situation? Was it a secure situation? Was it an avoidance situation? Was it a power situation? Because most of the time, whether you're male or female, we both have masculine and feminine energies within us. Most of the time, when you're not receiving love, or when you're not able to give love, or when you're an avoidant personality, which means you have a fear of getting too close, so you feel completely unsafe if you're vulnerable. And when you have a anxious personality, if somebody pulls away from you, you feel very, very abandoned and you feel neglected. So, and you can have both as well. So in love, when you're looking at your father figure, I want you to just be honest with yourself here. How was your relationship with your father? Was your father loving? Was he fun? Was he supportive? What did you feel safe? Did you feel loved from your father? That's going to be your masculine energies within you, right? And then your feminine energies are your mother role, right? And so again, it doesn't have to be male, female. It could just be the mother role, whoever had the more dominant. Was your mother overbearing? Was she narcissist? Was your dad a narcissist, right? And so what did your mom give you love? Did you, was she a helicopter mom? Was she secure? Did your parents stay in a relationship that was healthy? Were they in a healthy relationship? Were they actually truly tapped into their highest version of themselves, and were they in love, right? And so from that space, it allows you to see where you are with the masculine and feminine energies, where you out of balance, right? And the divine feminine truly is the intuitive, the nurturing, the loving, the kind, the supportive. That is the beautiful divine feminine energies. The wounded feminine are the very, very anxious, the very, very needy, codependent energies. Very, very dysfunctional, codependencies, not seeing self-worth. That's a huge thing with the feminine being upset, unbalanced. So from that space, you can kind of gain an understanding of where you need to reparent yourself. And when you understand that you have to go back and you have to, you can have a level of intimacy that allows you to get close to certain things and certain people. Like you can be super close to your children, or you can be super close to animals or nature, or your friends, but you can't get that intimacy within an intimate relationship. Or you could be codependent, or you could be needy, or you could be, those are the anxious and avoidant that I'm talking about. Or you could truly be secure in yourself, in your relationship. Your parents had a secure relationship, and if that's the case, there's a level of intimacy that you can even go even further. And so I invite you to look in your life of how you can go deeper into whatever level of intimacy you're at right now, meaning that you could always grow in the area of intimacy, because that's expansion. And so when you understand that love is one of the highest vibrations in the planet, above love is joy and bliss and elation, and then enlightenment, right? And so it is truly, that's our goal, is to move to the higher vibrations and transmute the frequencies that are lower on the planet. And what is going on right now in the planet, there is so much chaos, there is so much hatred, is because so many energies are being transmuted into love. And we are in the process of moving through, as I spoke about in my last show, we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which does talk about individuation, but it talks about being yourself within a group, without control, without, allowing yourself to be the highest version of yourself. So from that space, when you understand the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the next level of intimacy is, okay, that's great. Fantastic. So in my body, where do I crave my dopamine? Where do I crave my serotonin and oxytocin? And this is truly what I teach in one of my highest level courses, guys, is from understanding the space of emotional body, right? You have your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, and your energetic body. And so all of those, when they're all hand in hand, that's when you can actually get to a higher vibration of love. And so the next is the neural net pathways, right? And so your mental body is one of the biggest things that holds you back from a level of intimacy. And when I speak about intimacy, guys, again, I'm not speaking about relationships with people. That is included in it. I'm talking about intimacy within yourself, intimacy with connection with source, intimacy with your highest self, right? And so that's the highest form of intimacy. So the physical body is the next. And so what our physical body dynamics, how it is made up, is that we actually have triggers, emotional triggers, that either allow us the dopamine or the serotonin or the oxytocin that is stored within our body, and it gets shot up to our brain, and it's basically the feel good drug, right? And how do I feel happy? And I'm going to talk specifically about dopamine, because dopamine really goes deep into the neural net pathways. And so when you get a hit of dopamine, meaning that you get a shot of feeling really, really loved, get a shot of feeling valued, get a shot of really validated, you feel a shot of intimacy, whether it's through sex, whether it's through exercise, whatever it is, connection. That shot of dopamine actually shoots directly up to your neural net pathways. And when it goes up to your neural net pathways, what happens is it says, oh, I feel good. I want more of this. And so your mental body is triggered to when the dopamine hit comes, and it's the level of intimacy comes. And that's why that first attraction, when you're first attracted to somebody, it's like, oh my God, and it's like magnetic, literally magnetic. And we're going to talk about how to be magnetic in the next segment. And the activation will allow you to be more magnetic as well. But when you're in a vibration of love, you truly are magnetic, because that's everyone's truth. That's everyone's truth. But the shot of dopamine comes in relationships very, very often. It comes with your children. It comes with your partner. It comes with exercise. As I said, it comes with food. But the thing with dopamine is we can truly become codependent on it. And you can even become codependent upon meditation. You can become codependent on your relationship with God and religion. And that's a lot of what's going on in society. Codependent on structure, codependent on somebody else taking care of you, right? And again, that's all outside sources that allowing us to feel good, right? And none of that is real. And it's not real in the sense where it's real in our 3D physical world, but it's a very short-lived type of love. Meaning that when you get your shot of dopamine or serotonin or oxytocin or all of all of the things that allow your brain to feel good, that it's about a 2-hour window after that shot. And sometimes it lasts for a couple weeks, a couple days, couple weeks, depending upon how much that is ingrained in your brain of that makes you feel good. And so, but what will happen after that dopamine wears off is truly it will just like crash, meaning like it's basically like you have a cup of coffee and you spike and then you crash. And so when we are addicted to dopamine for intimacy, meaning that where, you could be addicted to porn, you could be addicted to somebody, you could truly be addicted to the way somebody makes you feel. And so that initial attraction is all the oxytocin and the dopamine and all of those things. And when you understand that searching your dopamine and using your dopamine in positive, effective ways is fantastic. It's wonderful. But you can't be reliant upon it, right? And so what I did find throughout my beautiful spiritual journey is that the addiction to dopamine truly is, you can get dopamine hits from another person. You can, and you think that it's love, and it's this false sense of love. And it's really in the wounded masculine and the wounded feminine that this often happens, is that the false sense of love is the dopamine or serotonin hit to your brain. And then it becomes a pattern within your brain. And then you believe that you have to truly rely on this person or this relationship or this situation for your happiness, for your feeling good, whether it's an exercise, whether it is your animals, whether it is your children. It is a codependent type of relationship. And so a healthy type of intimacy comes from you loving you with all of you. And because you are God's source universe in a physical body. And, when we love ourselves and when we're connected to our higher selves, it is the greatest, highest spirit feeling in the entire world. And guys, those that know me know that I would much rather be in the quantum world, playing in the quantum world, than actually in the physical world. But I know I'm here to teach, and I know I'm here to experience and expand. And while I'm in a physical body, I know that I haven't reached full enlightenment. But if you're going to ask me to go into a lucid dream or time travel or be in the quantum realms, part of me had to understand that the dopamine that I get from escaping reality, right? And that's the next level, right? Is when it comes from codependency and it becomes a pattern, that's when you start to like truly escape your reality, right? I spend so much time in meditation. I spend so much time, and sometimes it's just easier than dealing with what's going on in society and in relationships, right? And so, but that actually is an avoided personality too. It's part of understanding spiritual maturity is emotional intelligence. You understand where you are with all your emotions. And then there is a spiritual maturity level of, oh, wow, I'm actually spending an enormous amount of time in meditation. I'm spending an enormous amount of time with my energy focused on someone else. I'm spending an enormous amount of time loving something that was like truly getting me this false sense of high and false sense of intimacy, right? And so from that space, that's when, you truly do you absolutely can get addicted to a sport. You can get addicted to working out. You can get addicted to food. You can get addicted to a relationship. And that's when it really becomes toxic and not really healthy, guys. And so from that level, you have to understand the difference between, okay, I have to live in the 3D world and I have to live in the 5D world. And so my 5D world is this beautiful love, light, unicorn, you dance with with the beautiful creation that flows through you. You know, the creation that creates world is inside of you, and you are God's source of the universe on a physical body. And the next part is also understanding that you have to actually have relationships in your life that are healthy, and you do need space. You need time away. You need energy away. You need to reclaim your energy. You need to be in your physical body. And when I say you need to be in your physical body, it's super important to understand, guys, is that being in your physical body is one of the most important things that you can do, because it's learning. Okay, I actually feel a little unloved right now. I feel a little codependent right now. I feel a fear of intimacy right now. And when you're in your physical body and you're claiming your energy in your masculine and your feminine energies, and you're truly bringing in everything. My wounded child is here, and I understand my relationship with my father was not great. So I'm projecting that onto someone else. Oh, my relationship with my mother was secure and loving. Oh, this is how I bring out. But when you understand your inner child, from your inner child, you go to your physical body of what's happening in your physical body. And then from your physical body, you go to the mental body, and you understand that you have to take accountability, and you have to take accountability for your emotions. You have to take accountability for your life. You have to take accountability. No one on this planet is, no one can affect you unless you allow yourself to be affected. Right. So we are going to take a quick commercial break because I went deep into that. And so it's a deep emotional body. It is a physical body. It's a mental body. And it is an energetic body when you get to the level of love. So we are going to take a quick break because I went very long on that segment, but we are going to go deep into the quantum fields and talk about love in the quantum fields. We're going to talk about forgiveness and how important that is to the level of intimacy. Then we're going to do a beautiful activation. So stay tuned to the end. Today's show is sponsored by my company, Noelle Agape Global, and at Noelle Agape Global, it is our true passion for everyone, as much as we can get out to the world, as many people as we can, to raise the vibration of the planet to love, for allowing people to set their soul on fire and ignite their passion within. Guys, we will be right back. And I promise that if you stay through the end, we're going to have an opening heart activation. It will allow you to see a little bit further into your level of intimacy. We'll be right back, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Soul on Fire show. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here on the live. Thank you for being on here on the replay as well. Today, we are talking about my favorite subject, which is love. And when you understand the levels of love in the mental body, the physical body, the emotional body, and the energetic body, that's when you can actually move through the different levels of intimacy, which moves you through the different levels of consciousness. When you understand that the level of intimacy that you are at is a level of consciousness that you are at, and you are where you are, and that's okay, but it's always a deeper level of intimacy that we can get to in this world. And everything that is going on in this world, we need the greatest version of you here. So thank you so much for being here. And my name is Noelle Agape. I'm a leading expert in health, wellness, and consciousness. And today we're talking about the vibration of love and how that looks like, how that affects your chemical body, how it affects your intimate relationships, how it affects your life. And so self-love is one of the most important things that you can do. And so many people say, Noelle, how do I actually get to self-love? How do I get to a greater level of intimacy with not an outside source, but an internal, beautiful relationship with you? And guys, I think that this is probably the biggest thing that after 20 years of being a counselor and an NLP trainer and a quantum energy trainer, the most thing that I probably see the most is people don't really truly see their value or see their self-love or self-worth. Primarily, again, going back and reparenting yourself as an inner child, adjusting your masculine and feminine energies, understanding that truly a level of intimacy can escalate every single day. You can get to a greater version of yourself. yourself, guys. Every single day you can get to a new level of intimacy. And for me, my soul is so insatiable and I seek love. When I say I seek love, like I am not seeking love for an outside source, and someone incredibly close to me pointed it out to me this week, where I was not in standing in my power. I wasn't standing in my divine feminine and my self-worth. And so I reclaimed it, right? I came back into my body. And I went in and I healed my inner child. And, I had a conversation with my inner child, as well as I went in and found forgiveness. So let's talk about radical forgiveness and what radical forgiveness looks like. Radical forgiveness is never, ever for forgiving the person that you believe you've been a victim in, right? Radical forgiveness is a sense of spiritual maturity that allows you to actually take your power back. And it is not saying, I'm in the victim right now. It is actually saying I was victimized at some point in my life. And I understand that I was victimized and my inner child needs some love right now. And I'm going to show my inner child how much loved he or she is. And from that space, you actually go back and you have a conversation, either if you can get to acceptance with the person that victimized you, whether it's your parents, whether it's someone else, or a situation that happened, and understand that it was just truly there for your expansion. And that's a very hard space for people to get to, is when they understand that they're separate from themselves, right? So if you go back and you look as an outside observer to whatever was going on internally with you as a child, and if that child was actually in front of you and you were their parent, how would you speak to them? How would you give them love? What would they need? Give them what they need, right? From that space, you actually get to forgive all of the situation, all of the people and the circumstances involved. And that's a big thing when you could get there. But the biggest form of radical forgiveness is truly to forgive yourself for holding on to it for so long. And that is where I find the most work with my clients, is that they have this inner healing, that they're constantly healing and healing and healing and healing, as opposed to just saying that situation has happened. I'm not a victim, but I'm allowing myself to move past that and understand that I had pain, but I'm not going to live in that pain. And that's what the radical forgiveness is the radical forgiveness, as Vishen Lakhiani, who's one of my favorite humans on the planet, says all the time. That radical forgiveness is not for anybody else other than yourself. And when you get to acceptance, that's the first level, and forgiveness is the greatest level. When you can forgive what has happened, and we need to do that in society today, right? We need to forgive, we need to find love, we need to surrender. And that's the next piece, right? Is coming to a place of understanding that there's different levels of consciousness, and many people on this planet today are at a different level of consciousness. They're at a lower level of consciousness. And so the eagle, and this is the coolest story in the world, and I love eagles, I love birds in general, but an eagle flies higher than anything. A bird can be coming at it, or a hawk can be coming at it, or any predator can be coming towards an eagle, but the eagle flies higher, right? And so the eagle flies above the problem. And that's basically one of the ways to get to love, is to fly above the problem and be the observer. Give yourself the love and compassion, and give the world love and compassion that is needed in today's society, and fly above it. See it from a different perspective. See it from an perspective outside of your body. Then come back into your body and understand the emotional feelings that you're feeling in your life, right? That is such a huge component to emotional release and intimacy, is when you can, from a spiritual mature place, look at somebody else's perspective. Wow, that's the level of consciousness they were out. They actually hurt me very much. I was feeling hurt. I was feeling victimized. And accept and own your feelings for whatever happened in that situation. You're allowed to have those feelings. I'm going to say that again. You're allowed to have those feelings, but the spiritual mature person doesn't dwell in it. The spiritual mature person doesn't act as the victim. The spiritual mature person doesn't come from hate. What happens when we emanate hate? It goes out, and that we create a society that we've created today. So The next level beyond that is truly the energetic fields, right? And so you work in the energetic fields. This is my pocket working into the quantum. I love the quantum fields. So working in your chakra system, working with your aura, especially if you're an empath, you absolutely attract other people's energies, but you're only attracted to the thought patterns, right? And so what is going on is there's no intrusion. Someone's not coming in and saying, "Oh my God, their energy's in your energy field." What actually has happened is a part of you has fragmented, and you have been, separated from your highest self. And when you understand that the part of you that has been fragmented and the part of you that's separated from your highest self, or the part of you that doesn't allow intimacy in, or the part of you that doesn't love, or the part of you that is hating on someone, or the part of you that is angry or hurtful, that is a part of you. And you have to give that love and compassion, yet it's an energetic grid within you. And so if you go through very, very quickly, I'll go through what the chakras mean and what their emotional meanings are, and how energy is stored as emotions in your chakras. And in the final segment, I'm going to do a heart opener. So stay tuned to the end. So we have a couple chakras right above our head, and they're the soul chakras, and those are our soul's journey, right? Those are the lessons and the expansions that we have. That's where all of our soul contracts are stored. Yet we don't have to stay in those lessons. Basically, we are here to learn the lesson, experience, and expand from that. And so when we understand that, they're all stored in our soul chakra, and that's our connection to higher spirit and our highest self, right? You're dropping into our crown, and our crown is our connection to spirit. And when there is a disconnection in our crown, the energy truly comes out as chaos. It comes out as disconnect. It comes out as being not spiritually mature or aware. It comes out as the victim often. It comes out very, very 3D is what I say all the time, right? It comes out as very human, like your human form when that's disconnected. And when you are connected to your crown, you're connected to your higher self, and you're finding self-love, you're finding self-worth, you're finding your value, because you know you are divinity in motion. Moving down to your third eye, which is in between your beautiful eyebrows, and that is your intuition. That is your connection to your highest self. And when you have a discord between you and your highest self, often how that looks like is a lack of self-love, a lack of self-discipline, a deep, deep, deep lack of intimacy, understanding that you don't trust, that you have a lot of trust issues. That's because you're not connected to your highest self. Moving into your throat, which is your expression to the world, which is one of my favorites. And your expression to the world is when you're not living in your true, authentic self. That is when life will show you, humanity is showing us, where we're not living in our true, authentic self right now, right? And so when we are disconnected from our power, when we are disconnected from ourself, we can't have self-love if we're not truly living our authentic life. If we're not living in authenticity, then our throat chakra is truly blocked from there. From that space, we move into my favorite, which is the heart center. And the heart center, we're going to do an activation to open up your heart in just a little bit. And your heart center is truly where you give and receive love. And you may have a heart wall, which is just basically a whole bunch of energetic emotions that have blocked you from your level of intimacy, if that's the case. When you open up your heart, you can receive love, you can receive forgiveness, you can see things from a different perspective. Things will still happen in your life, but you will come from love, and it will be such a different vibration, I promise you. So spend more time in your heart. Always, 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 always spend more time in your heart. Moving down into your solar plexus, which is your divine masculine energies. And your divine masculine energies, again, as we spoke about in the first segment, will very, very much trigger you in the sense of where you don't feel your life is in control, where you feel that you are very, very either dominated or you have a fear of intimacy. Very many fears of intimacy come from the solar plexus, because this is your power center, right? So the divine masculine is you in your power. It is strength. It is power, not in an abusive way or a manipulative way or a controlling way, but you being in your power. That is allowing you to have another level of intimacy. And it's so beautiful and so divine when your divine masculine and your divine feminine are actually in balance. Moving down to your sacral chakra, this is your divine feminine energy. And this is, everybody has feminine and masculine energies. And again, this is my, this is my pocket. I love the divine feminine energies because the divine feminine energies have been so suppressed for so many thousands and thousands of years, since truly the age of Pisces, which is the Christ consciousness age, and understanding that, even with religion, how it was manipulative. And so it allowed us to have codependency, which is the wounded feminine. It allowed us to have a lot of things. The society today is really in the wounded masculine and the wounded feminine energies. And so the wounded feminine is the codependency. It is understanding that it is the fear of intimacy, the fear of abandonment, the fear of neglect, somebody controlling you. That's what's happening in society right now, right? Is, somebody's trying to control us and we have a fear of being controlled. That's our divine feminine energies not being expressed to the fullest. And when we understand that the divine feminine energy is not the woman or the man, but the beautiful divine feminine energies that creates life. We are here to create love and intimacy and life. And that is the core and the power. And when your divine feminine is not in a balance, you cannot be in balance, because the core of life is the divine feminine. It is one of the most powerful energies on the planet. And I promise you guys, when you understand these beautiful energies and you balance them within you, it is a gift to you. Moving down to your final chakra, which is your root chakra, and that is your safety, your security, your family, your money. And so that is really, if it's out of place where society is right now, we're living really in the lower chakras right now in society, especially in the United States, where it's the wounded chakras, right? It's the wounded feminine, it's the wounded masculine. We're in control, we're in codependent. We feel that our power is outside of us. So self-love in itself, worth truly comes in the lower chakras. But if you're not connected to your higher chakras, then you can't find the self-love and the self-worth. I'm not saying things won't happen in your life, but getting to a place of opening up your heart and understanding where you are and balancing these energies are such a gift. So from this space, right, we have an auric field, and an auric field is a whole session on itself, but that is your energetic home. And so it should be a circle 6 feet above you, below you, around you, and surrounding you. And when you work with your auric field, that's your energetic home. Inside of your auric field is your belief systems, and that is all of the old paradigms that just need to go away, right? And that are the wounded belief systems. Outside of your aura is your labels that have been put on you or what society has put on us. And so when we clear our aura, when we clear our energetic fields, when we clear our truly step into our body and into our energy fields and we balance them, we are magnetic, right? And so we are going to do a beautiful soul opening activation. I'm going to tap into your heart space. I'm going to allow you to see what it feels like to expand your heart into the space of love, to find forgiveness for your inner child. We will be right back, guys. Stay tuned, because we're going to do a magical healing. We'll be right back. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for being on the Soul on Fire show. We are here today. We are speaking about the vibration of love and moving from hate to a lower vibrations and moving up to higher vibrations of joy and bliss and love, and understanding self-love and self-worth is the most important and most powerful gift that you can bring out to the universe. We are truly in a time where we need the most powerful version of you. And if you go through all of the segments, I show you how to walk through the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body, and the energetic body. And I just did a very quick, because we only have an hour, but if you understand those, things are still going to happen. Society is still going to happen, but we are moving through, we are breaking through all of the lower vibrations of the age of Pisces, moving into the age of Aquarius, which is the age of love, of self-love, self-respect, honoring yourself and honoring others as individuals in their space of individuality as a collective. It is so beautiful. So right now, I want to do a quick. I want to go into your heart. I want to allow you to feel the vibration of love. I'm going to pour love into you during this healing. If you'd like, please be in a comfortable space. If you are driving, please watch this on the replay, because I'm going to take you into a theta state and I'm going to move you into a different space. So just take a deep breath in, and I just want you to close your eyes. And as you're closing your eyes, I want you to truly just imagine that there's a space on the ceiling that you're looking at. And that space on the ceiling is, while you have your eyes closed, just taking a look and bringing your intention up. Now I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you take a deep breath in, I want you to tighten everything in your system. Really, truly just tighten your toes, tighten your butt cheeks, tighten your face, tighten every muscle in your body. Take a deep breath in and release. We're sending some oxytocin to your brain when we do that. Now I just want you to honor your body for a minute, and I want you to love your capsule and your physical vessel. I want you to put your hands on your heart and just connect into your heart in this moment. Taking a deep breath in and honoring you in this physical space. Now from this space, I want you to actually take 4 more deep breaths in. And I want you to drop your energy from your head to your heart. And I want you to put your left hand over your heart and your right hand over that. And I want you to think of something in your life that allows you to feel beautiful, to feel loved, to feel supported. If you can't think of anything, just listen to my voice, because you are powerful, you are loved, you are supported, you are God's source energy in this physical body, and I see you. Taking a deep breath in. Now from this space, I want you to just imagine that there's a ball inside of your heart. How does this ball feel? Does it feel dark? Does it feel light? Does it feel anger? Does it feel hurt? Does it feel happy? Does it feel joyful? Whatever it is, I just want you to express that feeling. The depth. Taking a deep breath in. And from this ball, I want you to feel it circulating deeper and deeper into your heart. And as it's going faster and faster and faster in your heart, it is spinning and it is spinning and it is spinning. And as it is spinning, an emotional may come up. Allow that emotion to come up. Taking a deep breath in. I want you to actually imagine yourself taking that ball of energy and physically throwing it out into the universe. Whatever it is that's going on. It's spinning now in the universe and is gaining more and more and more momentum out into the universe. And as that is physically detaching from your body and going out into the universe, I want you to take a deep breath in and drop your energy back into your heart. And I just want you to feel and hear how loved you are. You are love. You are light. You are supported. And imagine that you're literally opening up your heart right now. And as I'm speaking, my words are pushing out the walls in your heart and expanding them further and further and further. And your energy is moving through your heart, allowing yourself to come into complete alliance with your love, your light, your inner being, your highest self. And as you're feeling this beautiful presence of your highest self, you feel captivated by the moment, and your heart is expanding even further out. It is going out further into the universe. And as you're going through the earth and as you're going through the universe, you're breaking through the fields of time and space. And through the fields of time and space, I just want you to feel this feeling of infinite. Taking a deep breath in, understanding that the energy that creates worlds is inside of you. And you're connecting now to this beautiful gift of nature, of the universe, of the stars, of the light in this world. And as you're moving through time and space, you're collecting all of the love in the galaxies from God, source, universe, whatever you believe it to be. It's coming into this big circle right in front of your heart. And as it's this big, beautiful circle that is broken through with the galaxies and the Earth's atmosphere, it is this beautiful rose gold energy. And I just want you to see it in front of your heart, knowing that it is unconditional love. And that unconditional love inside of your heart, inside of this ball, inside of your body, I want you to take your hands and move that energy into your heart space. And as you do, take a deep breath in and feel how loved and powerful you are. You are love. You are light. You are powerful. You are divinity. I want you to feel that ball of golden light just expressing all through every cell of your body. And it is dropping now into your soul, and it's going into your soul. You are loved. You are light. It's going into your crown. You are loved. You are divinity in motion. It's going into your third eye, and you're connecting to your intuition. And now it is going into your throat, and it is expressing your authenticity. And from that space, it drops into your heart, and it bursts out into every field of your body. Dropping that into your divine masculine, being in balance with your beautiful divine masculine. Dropping into your divine feminine, connecting to the creation of earth. Moving it through you into your root chakra, your abundance, your family, your home, your safety and security. You are beautiful. You are light. You are loved. You are powerful. And when you're ready, I just want you to feel this beautiful golden egg above your head, and it is pouring over you. And as this golden egg is pouring into you, it is pure love and divinity pouring to every cell of your body. Taking a deep breath in, moving through every cell of your body, and another golden egg is above your head, and it is filling you with divinity and light through your aura and your auric fields. You are powerful. You are love. You are light. You are divinity in a human body. And one more deep breath in, and you're experiencing this, and you're expanding your heart, and you're pulling it all into your body. And as you're pulling it into your body, you feel it through every cell of your body. And you are coming into your power, and you know who you are, and you are love, you are light, you are powerful divinity in motion. As you're starting to feel your power, I want you to start to wiggle your hands and your feet, and I want you to start to come back into your body. And as you come back into your body, you are grounded, you are loved, you are light, you are more powerful than you've ever been, and you are transformed from this moment in time. You're opening your eyes, you're connecting to you, you're seeing me. You are love, you are light, you are more powerful than you will ever know. Taking a deep breath in, just out loud, say your name 3 times to come back into your body. Noelle, Noelle, Noelle. You say your name. From this space, know that you are love. You are light. You are a gift to this world. You are doing a disservice to this world by living in hate. Every moment in time, you get to choose love. If you choose love in this moment in time, you are choosing yourself. You are choosing your family. You are choosing love and light over hate. And I promise you, that is changing humanity. If you feel like you want to go deeper, you can go to noelleagape.com. We have tons of meditations there. If you want to go even deeper, you can come on our Soul on Fire retreat, which is going to loom in January. We only have 3 spots left for that, and about 10 for Costa Rica. At Noelle Agape Global, we're here to change humanity to the vibration of love, to set your soul on fire and ignite your passion within. You are love. You are powerful. You are light. You are a gift to this world. And when you are in your power, that's when we change humanity. If you felt that you resonated with this video, please like, share, and subscribe, because we want everyone on this planet to be in their power. We love you. We know that we can change. We get to rise together. We get to change humanity together. We get to find love in the greatest version of us. We get to be in our body. We get to work in our mental body, our physical body, our emotional body, and our energetic body to make this world a better place. I love you guys, and I know that you are more powerful than you'll ever know. Your gift is love and light, and you get to bring that to the world. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.